So we're about an hour away from finding out if this secret episode is real. Um, I like a lot of people don't think that anything's going to happen or anything's going to come from it. But I will say this: it's a sign of things to come from content going forward. I think there is a market for content like Stranger Things and movies, TV shows that people could take a deep dive into. People need depth nowadays. Like I think the days of this short form content, in and out, um, I think that's dying, and that's a good thing in my opinion. There's been studies about people saying that short form content is ruining kids' attention span, and I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that, and it's been years since we've been fed this, shorter and shorter, more direct, more to the point um, content. Started as far as I know with Vine, and it just got worse over time, and then TikTok blew up, and people spend hours watching these short, 15, 30-second videos, and that's just how people consume everything nowadays, news, everything. And so I think we're seeing a shift in what people want. People want more now, and the falling out, or this, this big viral, uh I guess, coming together to push for this episode is indicative of that. And so, whether it happens or not, like I said, we're about an hour away from, finally saying, hey, it ain't dropping, because everybody's speculating. Unless you're the Duffer Brothers or, higher up in Netflix, you don't know. And there's been people that have tried to debunk it. And that's kind of what I wanted to get into, is show this comment in particular. So this Reddit thread is just, saying that Netflix debunked it. I don't know what they're getting at, but I've seen a couple of people say this, and I don't think they just outright came out and said that there wasn't no secret episode. I haven't seen anything that said that, but I, I don't think that I didn't even look into this that much because, one, I don't see Netflix turning down free engagement, like this hyper engagement that they're getting around Stranger Things. They're not going to um, they're not going to push that away. So, and that's kind of the thing that's driving me to think that maybe they do put something out. I mean, it's probably not a whole episode, but something. I've seen another Reddit thread where they were talking about maybe they release a recording of the Broadway show. That'd be cool. But yeah, I don't see Netflix doing that. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this comment in particular. People are wild, and it feels like, from OM Good Times. People are wild, and it feels like entitlement or delusion. I don't like how the series ended, so it must not be done for real. Also, that's wild. I really remember it. Anyway, so this part is what I want to highlight and talk about. Why is it entitlement to want quality TV or quality, like, to care about what you're consuming? Like, I get that it's probably not that deep what they're saying, but for me, I've seen a lot of people like coming, like pushing back on this, like, oh, why are people wanting episode 9? Why are this never gonna happen? Get over it. You're just coping, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. Like, let people have fun. Like, let people theorize and talk about it and have a good time. I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, you're not hurting anybody by asking the creators of some content that you enjoy to do more. I mean, that is that the point of it. The point of them making a show is for the entertainment of, unless it's something else. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like I said, even if it doesn't happen, I don't. It would be a big mistake from, and I know you can't do this overnight, but theory thing's been going on for a while. The conformity gate theory has been going on for a while. That they needed to put something through, and for so far, all I've seen is them taking advantage of people refreshing that Netflix, Instagram, Netflix, all their social media account, refreshing and commenting on everything, and all they've done is just post, stuff that I really honestly don't think they would have posted otherwise. If there wasn't this much traffic coming in from people actively looking to see, hey, is there episode 9? Hey, is there episode 9? There's no doubt in my mind they wouldn't have been posting as much as they have today. Like I haven't really, I'm not on social media like that, but I find it hard to believe like that the Stranger Things account and Netflix account has posted this much about one show all in a short span of time. Like it's been, I've seen at least five between Netflix and Stranger Things TV, Instagram, and so I don't know. Maybe that's them taking advantage of it, and they're gonna leave it there. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and I might dive more into this in another video, is maybe the Duffer Brothers did something right. Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong, and some other people are thinking about it wrong when we say that um, the ending was bad. Maybe the ending did exactly, and maybe all these conspiracy theories and fan theories around it. Maybe that's what the Duffer Brothers wanted you guys to do, because to me, that's what. And I don't play D&D, but to me, that's what D&D is. Storytelling and coming up with these scenarios, and we're playing the game basically. Coming up with these stories, and I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing that we're not seeing, or I'm not seeing at least. Like I said, I don't play D&D, but the little bit that I know about it, I know you have a person that comes up with the story, and the game master or whatever you want to call them. And so I guess that's something to think about. And like I said, I'll once I do a little bit more digging and think about it a little bit more, I'll definitely hop back on here and record it. Spew out my thoughts so it can be on tape. But so people can tell me how bad, how wrong I was or how right I was. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, what do you guys think? Will you be disappointed if in an hour we don't get episode 9, or are you good with the finale that you got? Like I said in previous videos, if you haven't seen those, watch those. I give my thoughts on what I think the Duffer Brothers should do going forward as far as content, as far as like spin-offs. I've seen some in this Reddit thread, or people are kind of pushing that Nancy Wheeler. I'm good on it. Nancy Wheeler spinoff. I don't. Out of all the characters, why I don't understand why her, but teach his own. And then also somebody. I wish I could find it. I'm not even gonna look for it. But there was another redditor that pitched Dustin, Robin, and somebody else, but basically like they're going around solving paranormal anomalies since all this stuff has been popping off. So like as a team, and I'm still pushing, and I've showed evidence in my previous videos of why the right move is Lucas and Erica, and you could tie in Max there. That group works because it's a brother and sister. It makes sense. Erica, as a side character, has a lot of engagement on anything that's posted about her on YouTube, Instagram. Like all her anything that mentions her name as a side character just blows up. And so I don't know. I'm going to be the one that's pushing that to come to fruition. So yeah, like I said, what do you guys think? What is there any more theories out there that I'm missing, or fan fiction? Because I like to dive into it and talk about it and see, because I think that's the best thing about Stranger Things is that really, the show is good, show's great. The ending was okay to me. But it just tied up everything, right? It tied up everything to a nice little bow. But it didn't give what some people were like, oh, I was crying and blah blah blah, and I'm like, I get it, but then I don't. Like it was predictable. Like it was like done well, but it was so predictable, and that's why I initially like I jumped, without even like really thinking about it. I was like, man, yeah, that does make sense. Like because I hadn't. I just seen the first video when they said, they kind of explained it. I was like, I was feeling the same exact way. Like this is almost too perfect. Like no death and everybody grows up and like they said in the show. So um I don't know, it was too predictable for me, and I cringed more than once, and I feel like this season I cringed more than I've ever cringed watching any show that I watch, because usually you got one or two times in a series or in a season to get me off the bandwagon. I'm like, I'm done. Like this is too like that's just it's too easy not to be cringy. I think like I don't know, like just be real, like, or write better. I don't know, like if you're in a position where you're writing something that's put out to the masses, and you're preparing it for the masses, like I don't personally think, or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But like I said, guys, please like and subscribe. Leave me some comments. Let's talk about it. I appreciate it.